Okay, yeah. Just now I was in Mr. Tang's office doing a live stream on Plum. Okay, Plum. It's very. It is. I ate too much of it. It's actually very nice, but it's very. While I wait for everybody, I just take a bite. Okay. Mm. It's like apple, sweet. You know the choya? The choya, they put a plum inside. It's sweet and nice and crunchy. If it's ripe inside, is reddish in color, kind of orangey in color, even tastier. This is still too, this is still too unripe, but it's very nice already. This is plum, okay, plum. It's very nice. Okay, I'm waiting for 300 thumbs up. Everybody, please give a thumbs up. Plum is very difficult to get. Now, plum is very difficult to get. Yeah, you can buy now if you want. Oh, my staff I didn't ask you to do it, but my staff actually print up the link if you all want it. So one box like that now. One box like that, full 2.5 kilogram for $49. Just I think I only left with a few boxes. Sorry, So whoever wants it, go and get it later. I'll show you more. I thought. You want to buy a Lululemon t-shirt? Wait, Okay, everybody, thumbs up. Okay, I will go. Let's talk about the tariff war right now, shall we? Okay, I don't have time. It's sweet, okay? So Trump tariff war with EU, Russia, and China. I think it's important to give an update. Usual disclaimer, okay? This is not financial advice. Mainly for, wait, I want to set this correctly at the thumbnail. Okay, give me 1 minute. This is not financial advice. This is for education and entertainment. Okay, before MAS come and drag me to Lim Kopi with them. So I already issued a video this evening on the very good deal for US and a very bad deal for EU. So EU now face a 15% tariff, and they agreed to it. So now they will face a 15% tariff on all imports into US, and that's 3 times the level right now. So they lost big time. And in the words of the French Prime Minister, he says that the EU-US trade deal is a dark day for Europe. Dark day. Okay. And let me give you the very specific words he says. Okay. The French Prime Minister, I don't know how to pronounce this one. Okay, said that the EU has capitulated to Donald Trump's threat of ever-increasing tariff, and he labeled the framework deal struck in Scotland on Sunday as a dark day for EU. It's a dark day when an alliance of free people brought together to affirm their common values and to defend their common interests resigned itself to submission. Clearly, the EU has lost big time. Okay, the EU has lost big time, and this is something that is very sad for the EU, right? So I think this is something that that a lot of people don't expect to happen, but it has already happened. The state of affairs is not satisfactory and cannot be sustained. I think the French in particular is very, very bitter about it. So the French trade minister criticized the EU handling of the negotiation, said that the bloc should not have refrained from hitting back. Okay, Donald Trump only understands force. It would have been better to respond by showing our capacity to retaliate earlier. The deal would have looked probably different. The euro fell 1% against the US dollar, down 1 cent. So, bottom line is this: I actually agree with the French trade minister. When the United States was hit by the Chinese, the Chinese used the raw earth to hold them ransom. Wow, this Donald Trump chicken out straight away. But the Europeans are not smart enough. Not smart enough. Yeah. So they kena makan by Donald Trump. They should have give Trump a hard one, but they're not hard enough, and they depend on US a lot more. So they kena really jalat. Kena really jalat. So Europe is dead now, just dead. When I say dead means they lost the entire negotiation. You agree with me? Lost the entire negotiation. And I think this is something that it's a big pity, because they could have put up a big fight, because their GDP the GDP as a whole block can rival that of the US, but they did not take advantage of this. Okay, it is the EU is not one country; it's many countries, and they are not united. When you're not united, you're sure makan by one monster like Trump. So let's move on. Before we move on, there are 151 likes. Can we please have another 150 thumbs up, please? Okay. So Trump gave Russia less than 2 weeks to reach a peace deal with Ukraine. So Trump said he's reducing the 50-day deadline he gave Russia President Vladimir Putin to reach a peace deal with Ukraine. Trump said that Russia now has less than 2 weeks to cut the deal or face massive secondary tariff on its trade minister. So Trump said, "I'm very disappointed with President Putin." So actually, I think later I'll tell you about the Plum. So give me some time, okay? I finish this one first. I just want to tell you this, okay? I think Trump cannot play by Putin. Trump cannot play by Putin. How many of you agree with me? Trump cannot play by Putin. Okay, I'll explain to you why. So Trump said this: I spoke to President Putin a lot, got along very well. Then President Putin launched rockets into a city like Kiev and kills a lot of people in a nursing home or whatever, their bodies lying all over the streets. So basically, Putin, play Trump very well, and meanwhile, continue to do what he wants. So Trump damn TL right now. So Trump said he would likely to formally announce a revision in the deadline tonight or tomorrow, and the US would impose sanction along with a secondary tariff. So that's what he said he would do. Okay, and so on Russia part, we don't know what. I was just thinking, what else can Donald Trump do to bring Putin to the negotiation table or to cease fire? Whatever the Americans can throw at them, they probably already throw already. So I don't think they can do much already. I didn't think they can do much. So I actually think that not very little can be done. You agree with me? I actually think that very little can be done really. Okay, Putin really play. There's only so far only one person. Okay, one person that play Trump really well. That's Putin. Okay, so 170 thumbs up. Can we please have more thumbs up, please? Okay. So Putin is really a winner, and let's talk about China right now. Okay, so China and US is having a trade talks right now in Switzerland, and the trade representative actually tried to low ball everybody and set the bar low and say that there's no enormous breakthrough expected. Yeah, you think it's just too difficult, right? So let's see what he says. Okay, so they've resumed talks in an effort to extend the truce. Take note now. They do not expect to close deals. They just hope to extend the truce. right? That's a very interesting. Remark. So, U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Gear said that he's expecting the trade talks with China to be more focused on continued monitoring and checking in on the implementation of our agreement thus so far. So it's just to monitor and checking in on what we have agreed that we will implement it, not so much to close more deals whatsoever. So one question hanging over the trade talks is whether officials will agree to extend the temporary pause on the tariff between the two countries. So that's a big thing between the two nations. So right now they are really thinking whether they can extend it. Right. Take note, the hope is not like with the EU. They aim to close something. With Japan, they close something. With Vietnam, Indonesia, they close deals. But with the Chinese, they say the best hope extend. Right. That's all they wish. So very interesting, right? So Trade Secretary Scott Bessent suggested last week that an extension of the pause is likely. Okay, it's likely. So Trade Representative Jamieson Gear said that China's willingness to hold trade talks with US is a good sign, but he don't expect any enormous breakthrough. And he re-emphasized it is just making sure there's continued monitoring and checking in on the implementation of our agreement so far. That's all they hope for. Okay, that's all they hope for. And Scott Bessent suggested an extension of the pause is likely come out of this week's talk. Now, if there's going to be extension of the pause, usually by 3 months or so, you know what happened to the stock market? I think the stock market will go up. Yeah, I think the stock market will go up. Okay. The only country that it really matters in this trade war is not the EU, it's not Japan, it's not Russia, it's not Singapore, is not whatever. It's China, China, China. So he outright said that we'll be working on what is likely an extension, right? So remember, I say tada ting ting tada ting ting tada ting ting. That's what it is. Okay. So our discussion with the Chinese are always cordial and constructive. Utter rubbish. Okay, utter rubbish. This is the key takeaway from this whole thing. Number one, EU is gone. Donald Trump not only won, he makan them, make sure that even the bones are not left. EU kena makan inside out. You agree with me? Makan inside out. Nothing left. Okay? One whole trade bloc don't know how to unite themselves properly, all kena makan. So they totally lost the negotiation. Now, I think that the Russians are going to BC Trump. Anybody know what is BC? Okay. Anybody know what is BC? Anybody know what is BC? Let's BC. Okay. I'm trying to see whether anybody know what is BC. BC is a Hokkien word. Okay. See whether people here understand what is BC. Okay. Wow, Stephen, you're very good. Okay. Kenny Chia also very good. Yeah. Chu is also very good. Yeah, it's gonna bo chap. It's gonna bo chap Trump, man. Yeah, just bo chap Trump. Yeah, don't care. Okay. What can Donald Trump do? Right? There's very little Donald Trump can do. Okay, just bo chap, just bo chap. Don't care. Nothing can be done. Don't care. Just so with China and US, in particular China and Trump, they'll do this DDTT. What is DDTT? Anybody? DDTT. Okay, and I said it just now already, but I just want to see whether you're all picking up. Okay, they were just DD and TT. Okay. Very good. Okay, yeah. Tada ting ting non-stop. They will not have a deal. They will not have a deal signed. Okay, they will not have a deal. They just go on this, yeah, they'll just go on this like, tada ting ting. They will not have a deal signed. They just go on. There'll be no agreement, no hostility, no agreement, no hostility, that kind of thing, and just tada ting ting. Yeah, that's it. Okay, what's the best part? If we can achieve, just this way, the stock market will normalize. The stock market already normalized. Okay, The stock market is already doing very well in the midst of all this, right? It's amazing how a stock market can survive all this nonsense. Yeah. So I think that this is a very good outcome really if we can do that. Okay, let's take some Q&A, shall we? Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay, all right, let's take some Q&A, shall we? Okay, yeah.